guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today, we're taking a look at this Gohan and FRIEZA unit that is coming out during the 6th-year anniversary here. This Gohan and FRIEZA unit is part of the LR Evolution Blue Vegeta banner, right? So there is 2 Gohan Joined Forces units. We have a Gohan and FRIEZA, and then we also have a Gohan and Piccolo. Now, just I did both of the same units on the Gohan and Piccolo showcase, and it definitely looked to me like Gohan and Piccolo, they felt better. But like, I see what they're doing with the Gohan and Piccolo. How many links do we have active right here? So we have, let's see. So this is Infighter, Shocking Speed, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. Well, I guess this unit having Shocking Speed is going to allow them to work really well with a lot of the different powerful units on Tournament of Power. That's good, right? Like, you know, Angel Golden Frieza's got it. LR Jiren has it. God Topo's got it. There's a lot of good units that have that. But this Gohan and FRIEZA unit is much more of like a utility and defensive unit, more so than the Gohan and Piccolo, where a lot of what they're doing is hitting really, really hard, especially if you're giving them a support type buff, because they get a massive attack and offensive buff on Super. Whereas this Gohan and FRIEZA card, they are doing a lot of different things, like they seal on Super Attack, which is good. They lower enemy attack by 30% on their passive, which is a huge number, right? Like, that's actually going to be very noticeable in something like Super Battle Road or Extreme Super Battle Road, one of those different types of events, right? Now, specifically, you do have to do a super attack for that attack debuff to kick in. Now, they also give reps of Universe 7 category allies 2 key and 30% attack and defense. So their support type buff is actually better than the support type buff for the Gohan and Piccolo unit, whereas they only give, I believe, 20%, and I think 2 key as well. But then, what's actually really interesting about this Gohan and FRIEZA unit is that they have a great chance, so 70%, of guarding when performing a super attack if there's another reps of Universe 7 category ally attacking in the same turn. So we could maybe do something like LR UI Goku and Gohan and FRIEZA together in the same rotation. You know, they're going to share what? Shocking Speed, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. UI Goku is like the best defensive unit in the game in slot 1. Then you could have Gohan and FRIEZA in slot 2, potentially guarding. I think leave... That's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go ahead and rotate off 17. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so what's their defense? 151k. They're not getting anything extra. Like, that's their actual defense. But, again, they could potentially guard. Now that, I mean, we're not going to see it on this rotation right here, but now that 17 is on rotation, after Gohan and FRIEZA super attack, they then have a 70% chance of guarding, right? So guard is definitely one of the stronger mechanics in the game. The only thing is, I'm not a fan of when units guard, but it's not 100% guaranteed. I mean, maybe the fact that Gohan and FRIEZA, you know, theirs activates in, like, it's going to be slot 2 or 3 is where you're going to want to run them, and you want them to super attack first, and then they have a 70% chance, which is much better than, say, the high chances that the Android 16s have, or Super Saiyan 3 Trunks or something like that. But I've always found that units that have a chance to guard just don't feel that impressive to me. Like, I never think to myself, like, oh, they're a defensive wall, I really have to bring them to events, right? Like, back in the day, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is a worthy try, and same thing with, like, Tech Android 16, but it's like, when you compare their effectiveness to a unit that is going to guard every single turn no matter what, those units end up looking way, way better. I should also mention, since we have the 50% extreme hit on rotation, that the Gohan and FRIEZA card is actually an extreme class unit. So it's going to be really weird when you're running like the Janemba team, and then you could toss like Gohan and FRIEZA in here, and like it's just going to be odd. So I guess like Gohan and FRIEZA, I you know, talked about them potentially as a partner with LR UI Goku, but where they're really going to help is probably with the Dokkan Fest Angel Golden Frieza, the new physical one. These two are going to work rather well together. Well, they have the same 3 links, Shocking Speed, Tournament of Power, and then Fierce Battle. The only thing is that Angel Golden Frieza, sometimes you would want him in slot 2 as well. I mean, he could survive in slot 1, obviously, but... Okay, so now we have the Frieza and Gohan. They have... Yeah, you want them in slot 2, yep. They have 6 out of 7 links. The only thing they don't have active, I believe, is Infighter. Click them again real fast. I think it's Infighter is the only link they don't have. Yeah, Infighter is the one link. LR Jiren does have that. So this is going to be a very good rotation for Gohan and Frieza. But again, it's like we're kind of going to look at them next to this Gohan and Piccolo. And I feel like Gohan and Piccolo, they're going to, like, people's eyes are going to be drawn to them more so than the Gohan and Frieza. But that's why you got to understand that Gohan and Frieza with the seal, the attack debuff on super attack, the guarding, the better support type ability. Like, it's not like Gohan and Frieza is bad, but I do feel as though the Gohan and Piccolo will probably be more impactful a lot of the time. I do. Because just the way they're designed, I feel like they're going to be able to get, like, their good stuff off a little bit easier than... Wow, okay, that's good. I'm glad that they didn't one-shot him. All right, and then they put up 2 million. I mean, if you think about 2 million, with the seal, the 30% debuff, the support ability, and guarding, they're good. But the damage they do is pretty low. I think they should have gotten even more damage than what they have. Like, yeah, at that... Like, how ridiculously OP could they then be at that point? But it's like, this is the 6-year anniversary, right? It's not like people are jumping onto that Evolution Blue Vegeta banner and they're walking away with 17 copies of the Angel Golden Frieza unit that Dokkan Awakens into this Gohan and Frieza, right? Like, it's not going to be a common thing that's going to be happening with people. So I do feel as though they potentially could have made this unit actually even better, right? So, like, maybe design them in a similar way to the Gohan and Piccolo, I guess, or I don't know, just give them, like, 30% attack on super attack, like a little extra, maybe not that much, so like they're doing like the same level of damage that Gohan and Piccolo are, but I do think they potentially could get a bit more, right? The other thing that's an issue for Gohan and Frieza compared to Gohan and Piccolo is that this Gohan and Frieza unit has way less category teams, right? They're Universal Survival Saga, Reps of Universe 7, Join Forces, and Battle of Wits. So they've only got 4 categories. But then you look at Gohan and Piccolo, they also have Kamehameha, Bond of Master and Disciple, and Power of Revival. So they have 3 extra teams, and they're going to be really good in all those teams, right? You know, you're going to want Power of Revival, this Gohan and Piccolo, honestly, to be there. All right, so this is a really good rotation right here. This is definitely the best we're going to... Well, put Hit in slot 1. And make sure to only give Hit 1 orb. Because this is the best rotation. You want them in slot 2. Yep. But give Hit just the AGL orb on the right, because Hit gets stronger per orb. So he will not finish Goku and this Goku off. But we really want Gohan and Frieza in slot 2 right here, because they're going to have all 7 links active. What is their defense, by the way? Ah, damn it, I missed it. Okay, that's fine. But I assume their defense would be over 200k now at this point with the 50% extreme support hit around. They're also getting massively buffed offensively and defensively. 2.26, really? I mean, they do raise their attack for 1 turn on super attack, which is nice, but still, yeah, it's no guard, no guard, no guard. Do they guard? What the hell? Yeah, great chance of guarding when performing a super attack if there's under Reps of Universe 7 category ally attacking the same turn. I don't know. I guess unless we just got the worst unluckiness ever. We'll have to see exactly what's going on with that later, but they should be guarding after they do a super attack. So that's a fine, I guess. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the Gohan and Frieza and the Gohan and Piccolo. Again, I do feel as though Gohan and Piccolo, for the most part, are going to end up looking more impressive, right? Like, it's just the damage they're doing, the chance to crit on super attack, the guaranteed crit they could do when enemies are stunned. Like, they're doing a lot of things that I feel like most players are just going to, like, appreciate more than what the Gohan and Frieza are doing. But that, like, 30% debuff they do on super attack, that's, like, a very similar ability to, like, Angel Golden Frieza and then, like, Kabito Kai have got, right? And those are, you know, some of the better units in the game. And in, like, Super Battle Road stages, those debuffs are really, really, really impactful, right? Like, when you're completely neutralizing enemies' attack by, like, 30%, 40%, like, you are really dramatically cutting down on the amount of damage you're going to take in a major way. And, like, you know, Extreme Super Battle Road is definitely no longer the hardest stuff in the game. The God of Destruction event is, without a shadow of doubt, now the hardest event in Dokkan. But that's where, like, this Gohan and Frieza, I mean, if they're guarding, sure. Okay, so this time, so put Gohan and Frieza in slot 1. And I guess get 17 in slot 2? What is 17 going to look like in slot 2? Check their links. Okay, yeah, let's run this. What's their defense at right here? Gohan and Frieza. 155. We're gonna die right here, but I believe we're gonna die. But I want to see, like, Gohan and Frieza against all these attacks. Like, are they ever gonna activate their guard, or is there something I'm missing here? So let's go ahead and see, right? So again, this will be the last rotation of the video, because we are definitely going to die. 17 at the very least is going to get us killed. Okay, so this is bad. So they take 300k. That's not good. 7,000 from a normal from him is honestly not that bad. And then I guess we'll see if we can get the guard to activate after they super here. But it's like, if this unit is guarding, I think they're going to be quite good. But if they're not going to guard and their attack stat is honestly not that impressive, like, barely poking their head above 2 million for a unit released in 2021, you know, I think they need to be doing even more. No guard and no guard. So yeah, I guess the great chance of guarding is definitely, I don't know. We'll figure it out in the future. Let me know what you guys think of this Gohan and Frieza unit. But they certainly don't feel as impressive as the Gohan and Piccolo to me. I mean, as we get them in some other events, we'll see. But thanks, guys, for watching. And I'll catch y'all next time.